Hey everyone, it's Boogeyman Ben. Hope everyone's doing well and everyone's having a nice week. Wanted to do this video real quick. This is going to be a DVD review. This is a movie that I just picked up a couple days ago. Watched it on Saturday night. I didn't know a lot about it. Initially, I thought it was just a straightforward Western, and then I found out that it actually has a supernatural element to it, and that made it more enticing for me because I really am not a big fan of the Western genre. The only Westerns I really enjoy are Tombstone, Django Unchained, and Back to the Future Part 3. Those are the ones that I own and enjoy watching. But this one seemed interesting. I said the movie I'm talking about is called Dead in Tombstone. So what I'm going to do is give a little bit of an overview about the plot, the actors, the directors, writers, and then give my critique of the film. And I hope everyone enjoys this, and please stay tuned. So the plot of Dead in Tombstone deals with a gang that overruns a small mining town, murdering their own leader named Guerrero, who is played by Danny Trejo, in a cold-blooded power grab. Sentenced to eternity in hell, he finds himself confronted by Satan himself, who's played by Mickey Rourke, offering a daring proposition: deliver the 6 souls of his former gang and he will escape damnation. With time running out, he sets out on a brutal rampage to avenge his own death. So Danny Trejo stars as Guerrero, Mickey Rourke plays the blacksmith or Satan, Anthony Michael Hall plays Red Kavanaugh, and Dina Meyer plays Calathea Massey. And the film was directed by Roel Rene. So I was very surprised by Dead in Tombstone. Like I said at the top of the video, I'm not a big fan of Westerns. I never really have been. I have a few that I enjoy watching, but for the most part, I'm just not interested in the genre. My mother-in-law is a huge Western fan, loves John Wayne, loves those old films. Westerns have never really enticed me. It's just a little bit too boring for me, typically with Westerns. But like I said, this one had that supernatural element, which I thought was really cool about a cowboy or a gunslinger being wronged by his group and then coming back for vengeance, sent by the devil himself. I just thought that was really a very interesting story, and the movie didn't disappoint me. I actually was very surprised at how much I enjoyed it. I thought the director did a terrific job with some of the scenes of the guys riding. I thought the costumes were great. Everybody looked really cool in the film, even the bad guys. Loved Danny Trejo in the lead role. I've always been a fan of him, going back to Desperado. So Desperado, From Dusk Till Dawn, Heat. I've always been a fan of the guy. He always kind of plays the same type of character, but I really liked him in this because even though he's not really a great guy in this, you feel bad for what happened to him because he wasn't really someone that wanted to hurt people. He was just more of like protecting his crew and, robbing as they go, that type of guy. I was very impressed by Anthony Michael Hall in this. The main reason I bought this film, been a big fan of the guy my whole life, or not my whole life, but since I was a kid, I've always been a fan of him. Thought it was really interesting to see him play a villain in this film. Yes, in Edward Scissorhands he played a villain. I know he played a villain in the movie Final Approach, where he hijacks a plane. I haven't seen that film. He also played kind of a bad guy in a Tales from the Crypt episode, and I'm sure there's a few others that I'm missing because I haven't seen everything the guy's done, but I've seen a good portion of it. But I thought he did a really good job here in this film. He was really creepy and very menacing. And it could have just been his look in the film with the beard and everything. It was just very different for Anthony Michael Hall. And I just thought he killed it like he does in everything. I mean, he saved that movie Zombie Night, in my opinion, or that movie would have been completely god-awful. The only reason I gave it the review, or the critique that I did and the grade I did, is because I thought he stole the movie and was the best part of it. And I've always been a fan of the guy. One thing I think is, in playing a villain, like I said, it was different for him, but, when he did the Dead Zone and he would go have the second sight, and sometimes he would take on the personalities of, the bad people or the bad guys in whatever episode it was. He did a really good job of balancing that good and bad character, because he was known for playing good guy characters, and he did a really good job of balancing that in the Dead Zone. I think that played to his strengths, and I think he channeled that kind of thing here in this performance. Also, Dina Meyer, who I've been a fan of from going back to Beverly Hills 90210 from 20 years ago. I can't believe that. Was the first thing I ever saw her in. She's also been in the Saw films. She was in Piranha 3D. She was great in this film as well. Also, Mickey Rourke. You can't say enough good things about Mickey Rourke. I know a lot of people think he's odd, but I think that it's just the way he is, and I think it plays to his strengths in his roles. He did a great job in this. He's not in the movie a ton, but the times he is on screen, I think he nailed it. He's just a great actor. But like I said, the film was fun. There's some great shootouts, some great Western backdrops. I thought that the supernatural element just added to the strength of this film. Is it a great film? No. Is it a horrible film? No. It's fun. It's just a fun little B movie. And when I read things, like I was reading IMDb message boards just to see what people were saying about it, I mean, they're ripping it apart. But this is not trying to win. If I had to give the film a grading on my 10, 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest, I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. I actually really enjoyed the film. All the performances were great. Had a lot of fun with it. Some great shootouts, some great acting. It was just a fun little film. And yeah, I'll be watching this every so often. I actually can add this to my list of westerns now. So that is it. Just wanted to share my thoughts on the movie Dead in Tombstone. I hope everyone enjoyed this little movie review. If you have any thoughts you'd like to share about the film, please post them in the comments below. And as always, thanks so much for the support, and I hope everyone has a great evening. Take it easy. Peace.